is up, you guys? If you're new here, hello, my name is Brittany, and it is time for the last makeup haul of 2018. I promise this is the last one, okay? I just picked up some stuff from Sephora, Ulta, Alamar Cosmetics, and Baddie B Lashes that I wanted to share with you guys. And I love makeup hauls. I'm a nosy bitch, so I love watching these, so I figure a lot of you guys probably are too. So let's just dive right into everything that I picked up lately. So the first place I'll start with is Alamar Cosmetics because this one kind of took me by surprise. So in one of my recent live videos, I don't think it's up anymore, I used this Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe eyeshadow palette volume 1. And in, I think, the live video that I did, it was like the new makeup releases, we talked about how they were launching another eyeshadow palette, and when I used this, I was like blown away by this eyeshadow palette, and I got this in my BoxyCharm a few months ago. I forgot how much I love this palette and how beautiful the formulas are in these. These shades are absolutely beautiful, and the metallics in these are so good. The mattes blend out seamlessly. So they actually launched a volume 2 eyeshadow palette. So this is actually what's on my eyes right now, and I think this is an absolutely beautiful palette, especially for like springtime. This is like the perfect color story for spring. This was a $28 eyeshadow palette, so super affordable. You get 8 shades in here, and the metallics in this are unreal. This is actually what's on my eyes right now. I did pull one shade from the original palette. I pulled the shade Tropico or Tropico. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but we're gonna go with it. So I did pull in that shade a little bit in my crease, but everything else is from this eyeshadow palette, and this is just as amazing as the original palette, so I'm very excited to have this. And one thing that I was really happy to see was they actually put a mirror in this palette as well. So the layout of the palette is the exact same, the packaging is the exact same. I like that they changed the color of them. So it's like you can just continue on with your collection. So I'm really impressed by this so far. I think the metallics are just as good as the original, and I think the mattes are as well. So this is what both of the palettes look like next to each other. I think both the color stories are beautiful. I think they're gonna pair really nicely together. And then I also did pick up the brushes that launched as well. So these launched in like a little 3-pack. So the palette's $28, and then these brushes were $18 for a 3-pack. I think that's a very affordable price for 3 brushes especially. I will say though, I was more impressed with the original brushes that we got in BoxyCharm because that's how I initially found this brand, was through BoxyCharm. So I bought these ones because I was so impressed with these, but I do prefer these ones. But I do think these are a nice collection to add into my brush collection, especially since I'm trying to indulge more in other brands for brushes. I think for the price of them, they're very good quality. They blend out really nicely, especially with these shadows. So very happy to have these, very happy to have that palette. So that's my first impression on both the brushes and eyeshadow palette. I'm already sweating my ass off, so I need to get through this video so quick right now. So next thing is going to be Baddie B Lashes. Now I'm gonna start by saying, if you're not into more dramatic lashes, I don't think this is the brand for you, at least not yet. As of today, they have 5 different styles, and they are very, very dramatic. If you're looking for a more wearable but dramatic lash, I would suggest the style Sugar Baby. And this was the reason that I bought more of these lashes, because I fell so hard in love with these. I think they are such high quality lashes. I love the packaging on them, so that alone sold me when I bought my first pair, so that made me buy 3 more pairs. So they just launched the style Saucy, and this honestly isn't my favorite of the styles that they've launched so far, at least for my eye shape. So this one I wasn't really crazy about, but the style Instaho, which is what I'm wearing right now, is such a beautiful, dramatic, and just fluffy lash. It's so beautiful. They are a little bit more difficult to apply, so I think if you're also a beginner with lashes, these are a little bit more difficult. And then I also got the style Fuckboy, which is a little similar to Instaho. I just think they're longer. They still have that fluffiness to them. They're really long lashes, really beautiful. I haven't worn these ones yet, but I have worn Saucy and Instaho. Instaho is my current favorite right now. If I want to go with something more wearable, I will go for Sugar Baby, but if I want to be like bam in your face, like I'm a bad bitch, these are the style that I'm wearing, and that's Instaho. So I would definitely recommend these. I think they are beautiful lashes. I love the packaging on them. I think they're really high quality for a really good price, so I definitely recommend these. And Jenny69 is like one of my favorite people on YouTube, so I also want to support her as well, so I definitely recommend these Baddie B Lashes. So the next thing is going to be from Sephora. So I actually did a little Insta story video with this last night. This is the Ouai Haircare times Summer Fridays. It's like a little spa gift set. So you get the jet lag mask, you get a Ouai like hair treatment, and then you get like a spa little headband. It's like the cutest little gift set. I wish this was out for Christmas because I would have bought this for every single person that I bought gifts for. I went on like a whole Insta story rant yesterday about it, If you're not following me on my Instagram, I will leave it in the description box down below. But this was such a beautiful little gift set. It's a really affordable price as well. It was $22. I just really loved it, and I had never tried that hair mask, and I really enjoyed it last night. But the jet lag mask is literally my favorite skincare product I have ever purchased in my entire life. So I would say if you've been eyeing the jet lag mask, buying this alone is worth the price of that jet lag mask because you get 1 fluid ounce of it, so it's like a mini size of the standard size. I love this gift set. I wish it was out during the holidays, like I said, so definitely recommend this. I think it is a really nice gift set. So next thing up is going to be from Fenty Beauty. I picked up another Stunna lip paint. I ended up picking up the shade Unbutton, which is on my lips right now. I have it topped with a gloss, but I don't know how I feel about it. I wish it was a little bit darker because it's a little bit too nude for me, but I feel like it's still wearable for my skin tone. I don't know if this would be necessarily chocolate girl friendly, especially without like a lip liner or anything. I was hoping it would pull a little bit darker on my lips, but it does pull like a peachy nude. So I am going to hang on to it just because I think it would pair really nicely with the shade Uncuffed and just to have just in my collection because I really do love this formula. I really love the packaging on these lip paints, so I'm going to hang on to this. So next thing is going to be a little point perk I had. I have been eyeing this mascara for the longest time. This is the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I need to buy a full size of this. Today was the first time that I used it, and it made my lashes look perfect. Like, if I wasn't putting false lashes on or if I didn't have such a dramatic look on right now, I wouldn't have even worn lashes because I love so much how my lashes looked. And I really love the applicator on this because I can get from inner to outer corner so well with this. I'm glad that I didn't have to pay 12 bucks for it. I got it with my point perks. So next thing is going to be from Natasha Genoa. This is a brand new mini eyeshadow palette. This is honestly my favorite one that she's come out with. This is the mini nude palette. And the main reason that I got this was because I love Natasha Genoa eyeshadows, but I thought that so many people would get really good use out of this because this is just a perfect neutral palette. It's 25 bucks and it's a really nice way to test out Natasha Genoa eyeshadows because it's no secret, her eyeshadows are expensive as hell. So I thought this would be a really good eyeshadow palette to use in videos and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see like a first impression on this or tutorials with this, just let me know. I just saw this and I had to snag it. So I logged onto my EBATES account and they always have like promo codes or discount codes for like free product or just discounts in general. So I saw that they had one, K-Alley free with a $25 purchase. So in my head I'm thinking, oh, you could choose from like one of the perfumes so you could smell them. Well, I saw that they had a little sampler pack free with $25 purchase. And then it like registered in my head, hey, the Natasha Genoa palette is $25, so I got all these for free and I'm like, sweet. So now I can see which scents I like because I almost bought all of these because I could not decide which one that I wanted to buy. I hear that vanilla is primarily the favorite of all of them, so I'm curious to smell all of them. I haven't smelled them yet, but I was so excited over this because I was saying to myself, K-Alley should have came out with like a gift set because these are meant to be like layered. That's how they're promoting them, is you want to layer the different scents. I was like, why wouldn't they come out with a gift set with all 4 of them in like mini bottles for the holiday? Like, why wouldn't they do that? So I was hoping for that, but it never happened. But I was so happy when I saw that this came out because now I could layer them, now I could smell them all, and I'm just so excited about it. It's the little things, you guys, okay? It's the little things. All right, so that's everything for Sephora. Now we'll move on to Ulta. So I just switched out my shade in the BareMinerals BarePro 24-Hour Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. So this is the foundation that's on my skin right now. I don't want to say too much about it because I use different primers that I haven't used before. I just used a lot of new stuff on my face. So my first impression of it was I didn't love it, but I think it's because of what I had underneath it. So I picked up the shade Pecan, and I think in my last haul, I think I had the shade Sandalwood and it was way too yellow. So I ended up switching it for this. I do think it dries down darker, so just be mindful of that. I would get a shade maybe lighter than what you are now, but I don't really love their selection. I feel like a lot of them pull really yellow, so that was one thing I didn't really love about them, but I got it for like 19 bucks because it was a hot buy, and I've been wanting to try that foundation for so long because I always hear Katie talk about it all the time. And then the next thing I got was the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. Now, I don't know how I feel about this either because I love wand applicators, and this one has a wand, but the product is on it really oddly, and it's just, I don't know, it feels like it's really messy, and I just don't love how it's not like a smooth application, or at least it wasn't yet. I feel like I need to like learn how to use this the right way. I do feel like when you dot it, it is better, but I don't know if I love that. But I thought the coverage of it was really nice. I feel like it looks really nice on my under eyes. It's just something I want to try out more before I give like a concrete stamp of approval or if I don't like it. So I will keep you guys posted on my thoughts on that over time. And then the next thing is going to be from Flower Beauty. These were on sale, so I picked up one of them to give them a shot because I don't really mess with cream blushes often, but this I thought was so beautiful. This is on my cheeks right now. This is the Flower Beauty Blush Bomb Color Drops for Cheeks in the shade Cinnamon. So what I did was I just squeezed it out on my hand. I just tapped my sponge in it and tapped it all around my hand to really get it into the sponge, and then just applied it right on top of my powders and everything, and it did not disturb anything. I feel like it's a very light wash-up color, which is something that I like because I could go real heavy real quick with blush. So this is the only blush that's on my face right now. Really nice light wash-up color, so I really did like that. And then the last thing is going to be another product that was on sale and I've been eyeing for so long. Like every single time I go to Ulta, I swatch these in store. Never fails. So I finally picked one up. This is from Stila Cosmetics. This is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. Now I almost bought two of them, but I wanted to try this one first to see if I liked the formula of it, and then if I like it, I would pick up the gold tone one. So far, it's not my favorite of all time, but I think it looks really nice, especially when you tap a sponge over the top of it. I applied it first with my Smashbox Cosmetic highlighter brush, and then I tapped over the top of it with a sponge, and I think the sponge makes it look a lot nicer because it almost like pushes it into the skin, whereas if you apply it just with a brush, it really like sits on top of the skin and it doesn't look as flattering on the skin either. So I'm going to keep playing with this. I do feel like it'll probably apply nicer with either my finger or a sponge, so I'm going to keep trying that out and I'll let you guys know in a future haul update video. If you guys like those, let me know too. So that is going to be everything for this final makeup haul of 2018. If I don't see you guys before the new year, I hope you guys have a safe and happy new year. And I just cannot wait to see what 2019 has in store for my career, my YouTube channel, like all sorts of stuff. Like I just cannot wait for 2019. So again, I hope you guys have a safe and happy new year, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Peace!